So today we're going to be looking at a different sort of card, and this is called an insert card because this piece here is an insert that is sunk down. So here we've got an insert in the background. I've then added a piece of contrast around here, and this is the main colour of the card, and we've got the little motif on the front. So we're going to have a look at some more samples. This one was the very first one that I did, and this again, it's got an insert which is down there, not quite in the middle. Again, I've put an insert, a little contrast insert here, and this is the main card. This is all mounted onto a plain card base. Okay. This is one of my favourites, slightly more complicated, but well worth the effort. Okay, so again, the insert sunk down in, contrast round the edge, and the main colour for the card. So let's have a look at how we achieve one of those. And first of all, we're going to look at this one here, because the others are very easy to do. First of all, I'm going to take my main card base. It doesn't matter what size it is. I've got a couple of strips which will be my contrast. I've got my motif, which will be my lady. I've got my pink that will be my main colour on the front, and I've got a pattern piece which will be my insert. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cover my card with the patterned paper. You can obviously cut your piece a lot smaller, but I just wanted to show you the quickest way I found of doing it. So to turn that over, I've got white around the outside of my paper, so I'm going to be careful that I avoid that. Place that on, and I'm going to take my craft knife and I'm going to go round Don't have to worry that I've got a bit missing there, because we're only interested in the diagonal. So the next thing that we're going to do is to take this piece here. We're not using these just yet, but I'm going to take this, and again I'm going to draw around the outside with my craft knife, because I want exactly the same piece on the front. That should now drop out. Not quite. Sometimes there's just the odd hairs that catch your there's my piece. Sometimes the odd hairs just catch and you need to do it through again. Right, so there we've got the second piece. Now if we take a look at this, I've got these pieces coming down, but they're not like this piece. This is the same measurement all the way down. This one is fanning out. So what I'm going to do now is to draw onto here, get my pencil and my ruler, and I'm going to draw the lines that I want. So there's no measuring. There, on there. I want a narrow piece on this top bit, and I'm going to come down to there. Okay. Right, so now I've got my two lines drawn, I'm going to chop up through the middle. There we go. So I've separated the two. Now I want to score my lines, because I want this to be a fold line. So I'm just going to place that onto there, and I want to score just to this side of the line, because I don't want my pencil line to show. So I'm going to just fold that now along there. Don't worry about the extra bit. It's not folded. Let's check that I've got rid of my pencil line. Yes. Then I'm going to take this one and I want to fold to this side. So I'm placing that on there. And I'm just coming down that line there. Right. So I'm going to take my double-sided tape. I'm going to place some double-sided tape down there because I want a nice crisp finish. So there's number one. Take this one. Place double-sided tape down. And there we've got that one. Right, so what I'm going to do now is to just chop off anything that is hanging over. There we go. So let's have a look at this at the moment on the card. That will go onto that corner, and this will go onto that corner, and it will give us our piece coming down through here. Okay, so I'm going to place those to one side. I'm keeping them where I want them. Right, so now we're going to take this one, and what I'm going to do is to place that onto there, and I'm coming down any line double-sided tape over, and first of all, before I remove that, I will just check that's going to fold over. I could just put a piece of gold down there, but I actually like to see, there we go, the depth. So I'm going to just chop that off there, just roughly for the moment. Take this one, it doesn't matter where it is, fold that over, and coming in with my double-sided tape, it gives more depth to your card. There we go. So I'm just going to chop a bit off so it's not too unwieldy. Now, what I'm going to do now is to take this, which is the top right, going to place my double-sided tape down there, and I'm going to put double-sided tape ready on here. Take that onto there. I'm just going to lift that up a moment. There we go. I'm taking that one off and I'm folding that just back so it's not in the way. Right, turn that over, and I'm now going to place this on there so I've got this border all the way down. I'm going to take my scissors and trim off following the line of the card. Yep, so there's one done. And again I place it down so that it's in the right place. I'm going to take my next bit, make sure it's straight, place double-sided tape down the fold, put that in, and I'm going to put some more strips so that it's ready for me to release and put on the card. There we go. So I'm going to turn that over. That's the side we want to see. And I'm going to put that onto there. And again, trim off there. Right. I've got the two bits of tape here. So I'm going back down there, and this is the bottom left corner, so we're bringing in the main card and we're lining up exactly on there. So that is my bottom left. I'm going to add another piece of tape down there. Expose your tape. Yep, and this is going to match now the top right. Fingers out the way. There we go. So now we have our portion coming down here. Here is my young lady. There we go, and I think we're having her in that bottom corner. You could put her on sticky fixers if you like. This is a Debbie Moore Match It one. She comes with a printout and she also comes with the die to cut her out. Okay, so there she is, and she's all ready now for you to put jewels and pearls and things on there, and you've got all these bits to put a greeting on. Okay, this is going to be a slightly different one. So what we're doing now is we're looking at a 6x6 card. So I have a 6x6 card, a piece of backing paper, which is going to be the colour behind my insert for my insert. I've got a piece of gold and my motif that is going to go on the front of the card. Okay, so first of all, we're going to take the main card, and I'm going to cover the main card with my backing paper. You can take more time over it. Wet glue is fine. Just make sure you give it time to gel if that's what you're going to use. Good. Okay, so you can see from here there's a lot of white. So I want to make sure that I'm going to aim for the middle of this. So I'm just going to chop off the white. I've got plenty of size to play with. Okay. I'm going to put that to one side for the moment. Right. This is the right way up, so I'll just flick it over. I'm going to now take the card, place the card in the middle, and then using the side of the card as a ruler, I'm going to pull down all the edges of the card. There we go. So now I have, check which way it opens, the front of my card completely covered. Now I'm going to take my next piece. This is going to be the front of my card, and I want a wavy line. So I'm going to take my pencil here on the front, and I'm just going to do a line. It doesn't really matter at the moment. Right, I'm going to take my choosing a pair of fancy scissors. These are a scallop. So I'm going to make sure that the scallop is coming down from the top. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm putting this far edge here, right, along the line. So as soon as I've lined them up, I'm looking at the back edge of the scissors. Okay, so there is number 1. I'm going to have that on the bottom, I think. Okay, we can trim it in a minute. Now I'm going to take a look at this one, and again I'm going to cut the other side of the pattern, and I'm just allowing a bit extra, and I'm cutting, looking at the back of the scissors, lining it up. Now if I place that now onto there, that and that are matching. However, it doesn't show much of my pattern here. So what I'm going to do is place double-sided tape on here and about 3/4 of the way down. see why in a second. I'm now going to place that up there. I'm going to line up the side here and press that down. So now I can take my scissors and I can cut off the excess. If I'd have put my tape right to the bottom, I'd have been getting in a sticky mess. Right, there we go. Now I'm going to look at this one and see how far I want to take it up there. So I think that will do nicely. And I can place a little mark there. And that will allow me to just put my tape on the back. There we go. So now I'm going to place that, line up the side and let it fall down. So we've got this bit here. Right. Now, spot the deliberate mistake. I forgot to put this piece underneath, so I would have cut a second portion. So what I'm going to try and do is ease this off here. And reapply my tape here. So if it can go wrong on here and we sort it out, you'll be fine even if you go wrong. There we go. So now I'm going to line that up with that with that. There we go. And then what I'm going to do now is to match my scissors and cut. There we go. Now we can place that back onto there, and I've now got my little border. So I'm going to ease this one off here. All this will be covered, so don't worry. There we go. Right. So I'm going to now reapply my tape there. One of the things that is important in crafting is to know how to get yourself out of the hole. So don't screw it up and put it in the bin. Okay, now we're going to once again cut exactly the same pattern and match my scissors up. And I'm just cutting the same pattern just a little bit away. and nobody would ever know. I'm going to expose those. Now, when you've got complicated pieces to stick down, it really does need either wet glue or a spray glue. So I'm going to use a wet glue. Yeah, check the back, there's nothing overhanging. And so I'm now going to take my picture, my wet glue, and using the wet glue you can make sure that all these feathery bits get stuck down. There we go. So there is an insert. We haven't got the depth that we had before because we've got no folds, but there's no way you could put a fold under there. You could lift it on sticky fixers, but I happen to like that one. So let's have a look what we've got. So this is a 6x6 card, and we've done a wavy line. This is a normal C5, and what we did was drew the lines that we wanted on the card and then folded under on there. This was the same sort of effect. You can see there, no measuring, just draw the lines that you want. This one here was a straight border down through, and each one of these has been folded back. And this one, the picture is going across. Okay, I've added a tiny little bit on here just as an extra bit to just frame that one, but it's not necessary. So there we have an insert on the outside. Okay, so happy crafting.